Hello children.
I've been thinking about what would be happening if we were in school today, and how a lot of you would be popping by to the cosy corner and asking for a chat. I know that some of you will be feeling a little bit anxious and a little bit worried. If you're feeling that way, the best thing to do is to talk to the grown-up in your house. You can also talk to somebody in your bedroom. You could talk to your teddy bear, and that's what I've been doing. My teddy bear's been asking me a few questions, so we've been looking at this story called Don't Worry Little Bear. Maybe your family could read it to you, or you could read my story with me. Little Bear felt worried because each and every day he would hear about the coronavirus in some way. Grown-ups talked about it, and it was on TV too, and he'd heard people saying it was a horrible kind of flu. Everything around him was feeling very strange, and it was hard to understand why so much had to change. He couldn't go to school or see his family and friends, and nobody seemed to know when this was going to end. He had to stay at home and wished his friends could come and play, but was told he couldn't see them until the coronavirus had gone away. He was also confused about why some children could go to school and why they didn't have to follow all of the same rules. Big Bear could see that he was worried and feeling rather sad, so he explained everything to Little Bear in the hope he wouldn't feel so bad. He said that the children who still had to go to school couldn't stay at home because their grown-ups had to do important jobs and couldn't leave them all alone. So teachers were kindly looking after them while their grown-ups were away and made sure that they were cared for really well throughout the day. He also explained that for most people the coronavirus would be like a bad cold, but that it could be worse for those who weren't always well or those who were very old. And although most of these people would also be fine, we were protecting them because their bodies weren't as strong as yours or mine. He said if most people stayed at home, it would stop bugs from being passed on and would help to keep everyone well until the coronavirus had gone. He explained that if Little Bear had a cough, a cold, or if his head felt hot, it didn't mean that the coronavirus was something that he'd got. And although these were symptoms of the virus, it was normal at this time of year to have a cough or a runny nose, and these things are not to fear. Being poorly is never very nice, which is why we all need to take care and do our very best to stop the virus from spreading everywhere. Big Bear said not to worry about germs because they would always be kept away if we made sure that we washed our hands really well throughout the day. And even though they had to stay at home, they could go out for some fresh air, as long as they didn't go near other people and made sure they took great care. A grown-up could also go to the supermarket by themselves, and the people there are working really hard to keep enough food on the shelves. Little Bear felt much better knowing that everything would be okay, and was happy that things would go back to normal again one day. And he now knew that although he couldn't see people, everyone had to stick together and keep calm, knowing that these strange times will not last forever. So he got out some books and games and enjoyed his time at home, knowing that Big Bear was with him, so he would never be alone. I hope that story helps and that you can talk to your bears. Maybe you could write a story and you could upload it to the Facebook page.